bond is a debt security. It's when you lend money to an organization and they pay you back the principal plus the interest after a certain period of time. Bonds are government and corporate issued. Governments and corporations issue bonds because banks have a limit to the amount of money that they can lend. So these organizations start to borrow money from the public instead. For example, a company is issuing a bond where I have to lend them $100 for 10 years at an interest rate of 5%. So at the beginning of the 10 years, I will give them $100, and now every year for the next 10 years, I will get 5% of that. So $5 per year. At the end of the 10 years, I will get my $100 back, and the interest I collected was $5 a year for 10 years, which equals $50. So I lent $100, I got $150 in return, and made a $50 profit simply by lending my money. It was that easy. Let's go over some terms that a bond investor should know and apply them using our example. An issuer is the organization that needs to borrow money, so the government or a corporation. In this example, the issuer was the company that was selling the $100 bond. Maturity is the time period that is given to pay back the amount of money borrowed. In this case, the maturity was 10 years. A coupon is the interest rate on a bond. So in this case, it was 5%. Most interest rates on bonds are paid semi-annually, which means every 6 months. Now that you know the terms, let's see them in action with another example. Say a company needs money to expand its business overseas. They issue $5,000 bonds with a maturity of 10 years and a coupon of 6%. They issue bonds to the public market because they need the money to expand. So I buy the bond, and my $5,000 is now with the company, and I get 6% a year. And since the bond pays interest semi-annually, I will get 3% of the principal amount every 6 months. This will result in me receiving $300 in interest every year for the next 10 years. And since the interest is paid semi-annually, I will get $150 twice per year. After the 10 years are over, I will get my $5,000 back plus the total interest, which is $3,000. So in the beginning, I lent the company $5,000, and over the course of the 10 years, I earned a total of $3,000 in interest, and I got my $5,000 back on the maturity date. So I put in $5,000, got $8,000 back, giving me a profit of $3,000. Bonds are good sources of income in the long term because more interest builds on the money you lend. So if you have the money that governments and corporations are looking for, then you should consider investing in bonds.